Hello beautiful people, welcome and welcome back. My name is Deandra if you are new here, and as you can see from the title, this is a winter bag haul. Some of them you've seen, most of them you have not seen, okay? But let's get into it because we do have an unboxing. Now I'm going to swim through this very quickly because you have seen this many times and you guys know I love this bag. This bag is the nylon Georgia tote by Michael Kors, which it says so down at the bottom. I love it. I got this early in the year and it is a good purchase. Next came this beauty. I have not shown it to you guys. I've just been neglecting you all, but this is the Radley tote. I'm going to call it that because I'm blanking on the names. I'll put it down below. I did mention that I was interested in a Radley knitted tote, not in this colorway. It was a different colorway, but something magical happens when something goes on sale. Okay, and that's literally what happened. Radleylondon was having a sale on their own website and this was cheaper than the other one. Plus, the promotional pictures and all that stuff that they had for it looked better on the Radley website rather than like the department websites that I was seeing it on, which was like Nordstrom and so forth like that. And I ended up liking this more than the other knitted one that I liked. I'll put the other one on the screen, but pretty much as you can see, it's a little bit more seamless. Like the handles, I do have two. Okay, so it's not strictly top handle. I can put this over my shoulder and keep it pushing. The seamlessness with the vertical lines and the handles just worked better for me. I do have a pocket here to put my phone, but other than that, this is what it's looking like. So yes, as you guys knew, I wanted an alternative, not an alternative, but just another bag that was similar to the Michael Kors nylon bag that will be light, that can have a sporty vibe, but also go to work in. Since it is a knitted fabric bag, I have not worn it to work yet. I have not worn it at all, mind you, but I'm very sure as the weather warms up, this will be worn. So it does have this, I'm assuming, leather tag that says Radley on it. And the features of the bag is that it's snap shut, which I actually do like. Okay, you can kind of customize the shape for yourself to make it a bit boxy instead of rectangular, so you can make it more north to south rather than this tote shape. But I like this shape, and I do like the fact that it actually has two ways of holding it, so you know, just versatility here. So yes, there's no feet. Okay, it is stuffed right now, so that's what you're hearing. But yes, this is the one that came shortly after that you have not seen. Alrighty, next is this bag. Now, you guys, if you are paying attention to my community wall where I post things, you probably would have already known that I had bought this, but I had not technically showcased it on the channel. This is the Coach newspaper print bag in the Ashton bag design. Okay, only Ashton I have, and it does have two straps and both of them are removable, but only the crossbody is adjustable and the whole bag is leather. Now, I was highly interested in this bag releasing on the Coach outlet website. This was giving me Christian Dior vibes because they have a newspaper print of their saddle bag as well. Now, I know I can never afford the saddle bag, however, this was giving me a nice alternative that I was very interested in. I didn't know all of the designs that it came out with. However, upon seeing everything, I was still interested in the Ashton bag design with this print. I was anticipating it to be around $160 to $180 because it is a outlet bag. I was not expecting it more than that, especially because I know what the Ashton design goes for. They released it and they released it at $225, and I said, oh no, I personally feel, and you guys may feel differently, I don't think it's worth it to pay more than $200 for an outlet bag, no matter if it's canvas, whether it is leather, it doesn't matter. I'm sorry, outlet bags always go on sale, and usually for mini bags like this, I'm not used to paying more than $200 for it. The bigger bags like the totes that are leather on the Coach outlet website, I can kind of understand it, but still, outlet always goes on sale. Okay, so you really don't need to be paying over $200 for a bag, and I mean that with tax. So when I saw $225, I said, I like it, yes, but not for that price. I'm passing. And I made the post stating just that, I'm not buying it. And a lot of people said, well, it's leather, at least I mean, yeah, we can make all the justifications in the world. Sorry for the car out there. We can make all the justifications in the world, but for me personally, at that moment, I was personally not willing to pay more than what I was anticipating to pay, right? So I said, no, it's not for me. I'll get it some other way. At the end of the day, this is a fun, quirky bag a little bit. Like, it's a nice design. It's not a quirky design, but the newspaper print is definitely something unique and different that makes it have some kind of quirkiness to it. So at the end of the day, this is not a staple that I need in my collection that I need right now. So you know what? I was like, you know what? Probably the Lord is saying, it's not for me, and I just let it go on. I'm not going to lie, FOMO kind of reached in my heart. I'm not going to lie, because you know, YouTube people, the handbag community, everybody's showing what they got, and I'm like, oh, I was like, should I just settle and get like a wristlet? Because I was seeing a lot of YouTubers get some little things, accessories of the newspaper print, and I'm like, Deandra, no, you look through the whole collection, and what you liked the most, that you had your heart on even before it released, was the Ashton. You're not gonna get it, don't buy nothing. So little old me, I'm just at work and everything, and you know, you get your emails, notifications and so forth, and I saw an email coming from Coach, said the Ashton bag, and just me being curious, I'm like, let me see what they're pulling the Ashton bag for, not even thinking it would be the newspaper print. I saw the newspaper print and it said $130. I said, no, they're lying. They are completely lying, because guess what, this had sold out. So I was not anticipating it coming back, especially because I don't think the coaches, if you want to call it that, had much of a desire for this bag. You had some desire for sure, yes, but in comparison to like other drops, like denim drops and all that stuff, no, I don't think people were desiring the newspaper print that much. So I felt like once it sold out, that was it. I consider it lost and gone. I'm not getting that back, right? So when I saw that, I quickly clicked on it. I was like, this can't be true. I can't believe they'll bring this back again and cheaper. And lo and behold, it was true, and it was even lower than I was anticipating in buying originally. And I said, put it to cart immediately. I purchased it. I was so happy, to be honest. I think people at work thought I was going crazy, and I was just like, you don't understand. I just got the bag that I really, really wanted at a really, really good price. So that was a little quick spiel, but I needed to give you that to explain how this even came into my collection. If those of you who didn't know, that's what happened. It went out of stock, came back at a really good price. Now, with me getting this, I'm not going to lie, I do feel like I got it at a steal. I think if they priced it at $160, $180, even pushing it would be, it's worth the money for that, for sure. I think they were pushing it, putting it at $225, and I noticed now when they slashed it down to $130, they have the original price as $325. No, who's gonna pay that at the outlets? But I digress. This bag is very well made. The leather, I mean, I knew it was leather, but I wasn't expecting it really. I'm like, probably it's gonna be I just wasn't expecting the level of quality, heftiness. It's not a heavy bag, mind you, but I would say in comparison to all the actions that I felt, which has mainly been in person at the store, they don't feel like this. Okay, this feels different, and I really, really like it. So just to show you, you do have your Coach logo here, which is probably hard to see with this background because of the newspaper print, but it's silver hardware, the whole thing, and I love the fact that it's silver hardware because it makes it more casual, and it goes very seamlessly with the bag. The bag is already busy. You don't need gold hardware on top of that. I think gunmetal hardware would have been good too, but the silver does very well. Okay, and I feel like this silver hardware is really hefty. Like, I was comparing it to my Ruby because that's the only retail bag that I have with silver hardware, and I felt it was pretty comparable. I feel like the retail silver is a little bit harder or heavier, but this is pretty good. Okay, this is chunky, it feels substantial, it doesn't feel lesser than. Inside, I'm pretty sure everybody has seen an ash tin, but I do have it stuffed still, but there's no dividers. It's just an open pocket. I do have a slip pocket in the back, and I have these two pockets up front. So yeah, you do have a little tab here, which I'm happy for because you will need that. And I do have a newspaper print tag, okay, that is stamped with Coach on there. So yes, this is the bag. It fits over my arm very nicely. I love it. I can't wait to wear it. And yes, this is the third of the winter haul. Now let's get into the unboxing. Alrighty, so I'm back. I got some water because I was parched, but I'm realizing there's one more tag that I didn't, or label that I did not take off. So I'm gonna have to kind of prop this over here a little bit so you can't see everything. But this is a Brandon Blackwood purchase. Now this one does also have a story with it, so I'm gonna be brief, or try to be brief. As you guys know, or probably don't know, I did do a Brandon Blackwood video recently, and right before that, okay, right before that aired, because I did do that video way before it happened, there was a 50% off sale on Brandon Blackwood just for one day, and it started at noon on a Friday. I am a Brandon Blackwood Rewards member, and I'm also in his chat on Instagram where he gives people like sneak peeks into incoming designs and incoming sales. So I already knew it was coming, and he told us, put your stuff in the cart beforehand so you're not, you don't miss out on anything. I did that the night before, had everything lined up. I'm good. Friday, I had 2 meetings back to back that was not supposed to be longer than an hour, and I was in there for longer than I should. And guess what? I was about 30 minutes late to being free to look at my cart and do the deed, purchase what I need to purchase. When I tell you those 30 minutes are crucial, because one item that I really wanted sold out. Okay, and it is the Nia bag. Okay, that mink gray fur Nia bag that I really liked. It's gone, and it was going for $150. It was sold out. Now it's magically back again, and they have a little slight sale right now, so it's for $210, so I don't have to pay the full, I think it's $300 something. But in my mind, I'm like, I knew I could have gotten it for $150. So then I was like, Deandra, you're just going crazy. It's still a sale. Just do it. It's just what, $60 more? I looked back on my purchasing history to see what I paid the other crystal Nia that I have in my collection, and I paid that for $165 on a sale. So I know I would feel some type of way. I'm getting that mink one for a lot more. I'm gonna wait it out. If I see it say one left, I'll do the deed, but right now it's not saying that. There's a lot in stock apparently, so I'm going to wait it out. Right now, I'm not going to purchase it at $210 because I know I could have gotten it cheaper, okay? And closer to what my other Nia bag is at. And as you know, I have not worn the other Nia bag yet. So I really just like it, even though I feel like I'm going to wear it more. If it just happens that I don't wear that bag ever, and it's just there aesthetically, at least I know I didn't pay full price for it, or I got it at a really good price. So I digress. That's a lot of talking, but it says Brandon Blackwood, New York. Some black tissue paper. Here is my bag, and my receipt is down at the bottom. Okay, so this is what we're working with. I have my handy dandy scissors to help me. It's pretty well wrapped. This is new. They never used to put it in a bag. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, they always used to put the bags in a box. So this is different. So this doesn't come with a box anymore. They're just doing the dust bag, which I'm not opposed to because I was having a lot of white Brandon Blackwood boxes. So yes, I'm okay. So here we go. Brandon Blackwood tissue paper. I do have a card. Okay, so the card has not changed. It is the same I think printed. Yep. Okay. Okay, let's see. So as you can see, this is snakeskin. This is the fur snakeskin. As you guys know, I love Brandon Blackwood for his textures. You can get your furs, your shearling, your nylon, your snakeskin that people want to charge, you know, these designer and luxury brands want to charge you an arm and a leg for. You can get it there, okay? For a good price. Now, this is the Gemma bag. Okay, it's supposed to go like this, but it is, I'm getting off all the little packaging material. I'll keep that on for now. So let me look at the snakeskin. I've never had a snakeskin bag ever, nor have I felt one in person. I thought the scales weren't supposed to lift off yet, but I feel like it's lifting slightly. Can you see that a little bit? It says it's genuine snakeskin, but I mean, I'm inclined to believe them, you know, because Brandon Blackwood is very forthcoming with what the materials that he used. But I don't know. I'm just not used to snakeskin, so I'm not sure if this is how it feels. It feels different. It feels delicate. That's what I would say. It feels delicate. I would have to be really careful, especially for the scales that I feel are kind of lifting off already. All right, so let me put it, I think here should be sufficient since I'm a short girly. Okay, so I got it on, and you can adjust the levels here. You have about 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 7 slots to adjust it up and down. And of course, the straps will dangle at one side if you choose to make it shorter. This side is stationary. You cannot remove the straps. You do have 2 zipper pulls. I'll open them up and they feel pretty good actually. It's completely stuffed. Let me take out the stuffing. Okay, so this is the interior. I do have the tag inside. You have a zipper component down here, and it does say Brandon Blackwood. It has the same cream leather and a microfiber interior. You do have a slip pocket on this side, but other than that, it's an open pocket, which I know this would be wonderful to go to work in. 100% stylish and wonderful. Okay, so this just goes over my shoulder just like that, and oh, look at that. So yeah, this is going to be fun to have. Okay, very fun. Now let's talk pricing, because snakeskin on Brandon Blackwood website is like the most expensive. So this was $550. I got this about roughly $206. So you may be thinking, I thought this was like 50% off. It was. So it was $275. I had some points and I redeemed them. So I think I took off about $75. Yep, roughly that. And that's how I got this for $206, which I'm really happy for. And that's another reason why I don't want to get the Nia bag, because I used up all my points. And I'm not going to be able to take off more off of it. Like if I were able to take off another $50 off of it, where it would be close to what it was before, I would definitely buy it. So yes, this is the bag. I'll do a what fits in another video. As you guys know, I have my eye on other colors in this bag, but I want to experience it like this first, and let's see how it goes from there. I feel like yeah, I feel like on camera it looks more yellow or buttercream than it does in person. Like in person it looks a little bit more natural, if that makes any sense. But yeah, it could be the color, because I do have a yellow light over there. But yes, it looks more natural in person. But yes, this is the newest acquisition from Brandon Blackwood. It does not say Brandon Blackwood anywhere. I'm feeling like this is supposed to have like a tag somewhere. No, it doesn't. This was one of the bags that didn't have any branding whatsoever, knowing that it's Brandon Blackwood. It does say Brandon Blackwood at the buckles here, but other than that, no, you don't have anything else. So yes, this is a very cute bag. First snakeskin ever in my collection. I'm very, very happy for this. And you know my wheelhouse, I love a shoulder bag, and this is completely that. Okay. One thing I was a bit unsure about is that because it has 2 straps for a shoulder bag, I was wondering if that would be cumbersome. So we'll see how that goes. But for the most part, I'm happy. I'm happy that I got it at a really, really good price. And we'll see how this goes from there. I'm pretty sure I'm going to love this heavily in the summertime. Okay. So this is my winter haul. Just 4 bags. Not too shabby at all. This is it. Now in this winter haul series, because it is going to be a series, I will be showing other stuff that I bought, because for the winter time I mostly bought shoes. I'm gonna tell you that right, hands down. Shoes was my poison of choice, and I'll show you all of that in another video, along with the fragrances that I bought, because more was bought and all of that stuff. But for now, I hope you guys are satisfied with the bag winter haul. Just a little bit of Michael Kors, Brandon Blackwood, Radley London, and of course Coach. And yeah, I think that's a really good start for the year. I hope you guys are doing well wherever you are, and as always, have a good one. Bye.